the next 4 things that savers should consider doing and taking a timeout, we're now down to electing Social Security benefits. Speak to the importance and also the misconceptions. Some people say, well, take it immediately or wait till 70. Why is it so important to get a game plan first before even electing the benefits?
Well, it's something you've paid into for 30, 40 years. It's a huge retirement asset of most of our clients. And to make that decision, they want to make it right. And to have all the information, there's all these calculators online, but getting a game plan will let you know whether it's the right time to elect for Social Security or not.
And we spend a lot of time on the front end. You've been in meetings with me. I try to always meet with the clients on the front end. I guess I've done this so long. I mean, I met with over 20,000 people over the years. I kind of know what questions to ask, but it depends on a lot of things. Life expectancy, how much other cash flow, what are the taxes? Like I said, so folks, if you're out there and you think there's a blanket statement on when to take Social Security, there's not, believe me.
Right.
All right, let's go to number 2, or actually, I guess it'd be number 6. This is a good one. And again, before I say this is establishing a trust. Now, we're not attorneys. I'm not against trust, but this is a question coming up all the time. People look at us and they go, should I have a trust? Or they'll say, I just got a trust. So what is not necessarily the problem, but what is the dilemma for us when people come in, especially if they've just done a trust?
Yeah, a trust is a great estate planning tool. It's not necessarily needed for everyone. A lot of the times folks will get a trust because someone told them to go get it, and then they come to us like they need to retitle all their beneficiaries and do all this. A lot of what we do, most every account has named beneficiaries, transfers by contract, does not need to go through probate. So their main objective of going and getting that trust was already accomplished. So not all the time do you need a trust.
Yeah, in this book, I read this years ago. And again, folks, we're not saying not to get a trust, but this was written by an attorney, Living Trust, Living Held. And I think what he was saying, and I learned this from doing estate planning in the 80s and 90s, many of the irrevocable trusts we set up with attorneys and accountants, well, they changed the tax laws. They're almost irrelevant. So we went to all that trouble. We can't unwind those trusts now, and it's kind of like, well, sorry. So again, I would just tell people, be slow to get a trust. Even get a second opinion from another attorney if you want to about the trust. Talk to us, look at the game plan. As Trey said, a lot of the assets we have won't even go through probate, which is a lot of the reasons people get trust. But just slow down, take a time out before signing on the dotted line is all I'd say. All right, let's see. Next. Oh, boy, this is a big one. We've got a really good 30-second spot that deals with this same thing, but just deciding when to retire. How many people come into us and basically have this question, when can I retire?
It's every day. It's when do I pull the ripcord? Do I have enough? When we lay out these game plans, we just had a gentleman in this morning and he was going on and on about the ability to see that game plan in writing and know that he could retire. He was actually on the younger side, but he was able to pull it off, and he knew that he was going to have that steady stream of income and could count on it.
And I think he made a comment. He said, gosh, I wish you could get the message out to even my cohorts. They don't understand that a lot of people managing these 401ks don't understand the planning aspects we did. And he said, since I've been with you all, and he's not even 60, he said, I just don't worry about it anymore. And he said, some of the things y'all shared with me, nobody's ever shared. So again, folks, second opinion, take a time out before you think you may or may not be able to retire. Or if you're thinking about jumping into retirement and you have some misgivings, let us give you an opportunity to see a free game plan. Okay, and leading up to that, I think this ties in well. This is our last one. This is probably, to me, the most important, Trey. So, okay, you go through all this, when to retire, where to roll over your 401k. How in the world is Joe Lunchbox out there supposed to know which advisor to choose?
Well, first is make sure they're a fiduciary. That's the thing we always hit on here. But without a game plan, you cannot make that decision. I don't know how you really could.
Well, this game plan behind us, and we came up with this and started working on it some 20 years ago. We've documented this, and it's probably closer to 7,000 or 8,000. This couple of years ago, we had documented, we had done or revised over 5,000 of these. So not only do we have the experience, but we have the know-how to understand. And I think what our clients say when they come in for reviews, they've got this to go by. So folks, if that's you right now, if you don't have a game plan, why don't you consider getting one? Why don't you do this? Why don't you log on to TonyWalkerFinancial.com, click on that Let's Get Started. Let's set up something we call the free fiduciary phone call. Be happy to talk to you. And if it merits, we will get in person to provide this free game plan. Internet not your thing, as always. Give us a call anytime at 877-499-9255.
Thanks for
Trey,
watching.
thanks so much.
We
for
hope
these
you
points,
enjoyed that
folks.
video.
We're going to take a break.
If you'd like, check out these other clips. And be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button for more videos.